What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. GGFOREX here, and on today's video I'm going to be going over a trade review that I did on GU where I got a nice 1 to 5 0.5% risk, so 2.5% gain on my FTMO challenge. So really happy with that. A couple of guys in the group have been asking me to do a breakdown of this trade. What was I seeing? Why did I even take the trade? So I'm going to do a full what was going on in my mind about this trade, and this is basically how I take all of my trades today. So far it's been so good. The guys in the group already know I'm in GU again today, so far that's in profit, and I'm in USD CHF, so US dollar against Swiss francs. I'm in that, and that's also in profit again today, so that's great. And also I'll show you my markups that I do right before bed, and I can't enter them because it always happens when New York closes and Asian starts, right? So what I mean by the New York session close is around 10 p.m. GMT time. If you're from the UK, no idea whatever else the time is around the world, but GMT 10 p.m. New York session shuts, right? And then it's a crossover for Sydney and Tokyo when they start up, and then the spreads go mental. Everyone knows this. It's the time to avoid being in sells basically around that time. And that's usually when I find my best trades. Then I go to bed, I leave the markups out there and just see what happens. And a lot of the time they've worked out beautifully well. So what I need to do really is come back to the charts at midnight and just see where things are, see how things played out. And if there is an entry, just go for it. And if not, walk away, come back another day sort of thing. There's always plenty of opportunities in this market because, again, it's like $5.3 trillion a day. There's plenty of opportunities to be made. As I said, I'm already in 2 trades at the moment, and if they both work out, it'll be fantastic. But anyway, guys, without me mumbling on, let me just show you the charts. This is the GU trade that I am in now. Basically the same process that I did for this is what I've done for this over here, but I would like to have had that reaction. I mean, this reaction over here, but it's been playing around, playing with my emotions, taking buyers out of the market, taking sellers out of the market, but I'm staying strong. I'm keeping things where they are and just letting the trade play out. As I said in my previous video, caveman brain kicks in. You're letting your emotional side, what I mean is your emotional brain is your caveman brain, take over. You panic, you exit trades early, just don't let them play out. Just let it play out. You're either right or you're wrong. It's still a 50-50 at the end of the day. But that's for that video. If you want to have more mindset help and what my eureka moments are, then just have a look at the previous video I've done before this. But let me just get my replay tool out and let me show you what I was seeing. So let me turn off my week. So this is what I could see, right? Let me just zoom out. I can see price stepping down. If I go on the higher time frames, if it lets me, because I know replay mode is a bit weird. If you have a look at the 1 hour time frame, we have beautiful equal lows. Now, I like equal lows. That means people are going to see it as support, which means there's going to be loads of stop losses under there, buy stops, sell stops, whatever kind of stops. There's going to be a lot of money there. So I can see that as a pool of liquidity. Now, when I saw this happen, I wanted to see what curated that move. So let me just drop down to the 15. Bum, bum, bum. So I can see this consolidation right here. I've got it in a purple box so you can see it. Now, what I can see is this was, what day was this? So this was a Monday, right? So Monday, I know that on Mondays, they like to manipulate the highs and the lows of that previous week's Friday. Okay, so the new weekend finishes, it comes Monday, liquidity is on the highs and the lows of the Friday. So this yellow bar is a weekend Saturday, Sunday, okay? Saturday, Sunday bar. So if you go in on TradingView, type in Saturday, Sunday, that will come up and you just click it and it will show you when the week starts. So I know that price is gonna wanna come and take out the highs and take out the lows. Now, I saw this as when it opened, it just added to the lows. So it's even more of a reason I believe that price will definitely come down It's not a guarantee, of course, but it just added to my confidences that price would want to come down and take out this liquidity, because that's going to draw more people in. They're going to see it as more of a stronger support because price has come back to it and reacted in a strong way, let's be honest. So that's going to draw people in. So it's taken out the highs, and again, look, these equal highs, taken that, and not only that, it's taken out these equal highs as well. So I said, look, where's the money? Again, the markets, they're going after the money. They've just taken shit tons of money from previous week's highs, right? They mitigated out of their orders, and they've taken out double tops, equal highs, whatever you want to call them, where the money is. And then I saw this big push move, which took out that high and then drove down, breaking lower time frame structure. So what I want to see is, if I go to the 10-minute time frame, you might want to see it better. I want to see what caused that break of structure down here. Again, making more targets to the downside, right? So I could see price consolidated during London session, then New York session, which is this orangey, so the green and orange, where that mixes, that's the London session and New York session crossing over. So they're trading at the same time, most volatility, hence this move, right? So again, that's another confirmation for me, session times. This happened during an important time, New York session. It took out the London highs, then slammed back down, taking out some of the lows, breaking structure in a lower time frame, and making more targets for me, right? So now I want to see price flagging back. When I say flagging, I don't mean like shooting straight back up. It can do that. I don't like it as much. I like them to gradually get there, bring in more buyers in, and then taking out the buyers on the actual move. So let's just flick through this. So again, consolidating, blah, blah, blah. Coming down, so that is going to bring people in to maybe start buying it, because again, it's come at this area, it's consolidated, so they're going to see this as resistance or support, sorry, they can see this as support. This made equal lows, so again, it's drawing people in. It's at a big push up, so they're going to see that as maybe it's break of structure, blah, blah, blah. Again, it's drawing in buyers. The markets are drawing in buyers to this market, okay? It's taking them out. Again, more further breakers of structure. This is during the Asian session. London Open. What does London Open do? What did the Asian session do? Let's have a look at it. It's made equal highs, okay? It's made more liquidity. So again, it drew people in, more buyers or sellers, depending on how you look at it, right? Because they're going to see this as resistance. People see the markets differently. People are going to see this as a M pattern, W pattern, whatever you want to look at it. If I just get on the brush tool, look at that. People are going to see this as a W or whatever that means, or they're going to see it as an M. I don't really know. I don't trade that way. It's not my bag, okay? But let's just carry on going. It literally just wicks it and then comes back. Now, if you saw this happen, it wicked in, then came down, and then you thought, right, I'm in profit now. I don't want to risk losing this trade. I'm going to bring my stop loss back to break even. I was like that, and now I've just come to terms of accepting it. I've done everything that I know I can do. I'm just going to let it play out, okay? Price is going to do what price is going to do. I have no control over that. In trading, you have to accept you have no control. The outcome is out of your hands. You just collect your confluences, you get your bias, you pull the trigger, you're either going to win or you're not. Okay, that is your edge. You trade your edge. You do not control the outcome. And then what I missed importantly was, obviously these are my targets, but what caused this move? The sponsorship for this move, again, if I go to the higher time frame, you'll be able to see it easier, was this big push down. So if I went to 30 minute, does that make sense? Yeah. If I go for the 1 hour candle, you'll be able to see it. It's this 1 hour candle that added at the start of the new week, this down candle, and then this push price. So I knew price was going to hesitate around this area. Hence why I drew that red dotted line, because I didn't really want to be selling past that point, because I know it can react off that and then come back and stop me out, right? And again, if you're in this trade, you would have seen this nice bearish engulfing candle, which is a nicer sign, because sometimes you don't see it when you're on a lower time frame, because you can see the ups and downs and it can play with your emotion if you're staring at it. But when you go to high time frames, it cleans it up and does actually help me personally with my emotions whilst I'm in the market. But again, let me just play this out, see what happens. And shoots down, hits my TP for a 1 to 5, 2.5% gain. Now, if I was really greedy and wanted to do this and get a 1 to 7 and just blatantly ignoring what I know price can react from, look what would have happened. And assuming I moved to stop loss, so break even, I would have got out for nothing. Or if I didn't and just let price do what I wanted it to do, I would have been stopped out. Okay? So, the moral of the story is, target what makes sense. Okay? Yes, it would be great if I got a 1 to 7 and it took out this, but it doesn't have to. Will it take it out eventually? Yes, it will. It doesn't have to do it there and then. Okay? But again, look what happened. It came right to where I said price could retrace from. And look what it did. Came down, wicked it, shot back up, and then took prices higher. And then to today, where I had the same pattern happen again, wicked me in, but it didn't have the same sexy reaction this one did. This has been playing around and messing with my emotions. And yeah, this is where price is right now. So that's it, that's the end of replay mode, and this is where price is. So hopefully it moves further down while it gets closer to 10 PM tonight. But yeah, we'll see how that one goes. And I said I was going to show you my EJ trade setup. Now I did. Right, so this is what I didn't do, okay? Same thing happened. Exactly the same outcome. If I turn this off, it's easier to see. This up move caused this giant down move. So I knew this was important. And getting to it, what did price do? Create equal highs, etc. Create equal highs, and then price came up to it, broke down, and it. But if you have a look at the end of the red area, so I was looking at this area. If I go down to the 5 minute, I believe, I think it was the 5 minute. 5 minute, possibly, yeah. This was off-putting for me because you have a look, it has created beautiful equal highs where I think price could get taken. That was off-putting, but when you go to the higher time frames, it's a lot cleaner. I like the 15 minute, it just works for me. But that candle over here, this is the candle that I'm referring to. That is what I was trading off there. That's what I was trading off, and what it did, came into it and then broke down beautifully. And again, that would have been close to 1 to 5. I would have left it open tonight because you got some imbalance down there. And but yeah, I'll be looking to close out that. It'll be 4.5% up at the moment if I was in that trade. But if I have a look at it, come London Open, if you can see, I could have got a re-entry this morning if I was looking at it. But again, working a 9 till 5, I don't have all the time in the day. I start work at 8 o'clock in the morning, and this is where the re-entry could have happened. Because you have a look, we have a big up move there in purple. Nice bearish engulfing candle coming down, and a nice flag back up to it. So that would have been another entry that I could have taken. And the body, price at the wick. And let's see if you want to see, what would it be at now? 1 to 4. If I had the same targets that I've got down here, it would be a 1 to 5.5. So it could have been a 10% or 5% gain if I'm doing 0.5% risk, or 20% gain if you're doing 2% risk. But yeah, that's what I mean by insane opportunities. I'm glad I'm getting more consistent at noticing these things now, getting really nice markups, really nice setups. As I said, I'm in USD CHF at the moment, so let me just show you that. Beautiful trade. Again, consolidation. This pushed everything up, coming down. Higher time frame just to save time. Is bearish, breaking 4-hour structure to the downside. And if you have a look, price consolidated in this area. Took out the equal highs, mitigating my area, broke the lows. Now it's coming back. So technically this could be another entry, but I've moved stop loss to break even now because it's getting close to 10 p.m. as it's 7 p.m. now, so I've got 3 hours left. I'm just going to leave it where it is. Risk is off the table. If it comes down and hits TP, that'd be great. That's a 1 to 3.5 at 0.5 risk, so I'll be having a 1.75% gain on my FTMO account, which will be absolutely epic and give me a great head start to the challenge. But yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it made sense. Let me know in the comment box below if you want to see anything else and those sort of things. I've done a trading view. I know a couple of guys in the group have asking me how to use TradingView to get the most out of it. At the end of the day, it's still a platform, but I'm willing to make a video about that to help you guys out again. But yeah, so those are my trades. That's my week so far. It's kind of annoying how I keep finding amazing setups right at Asian session, but it's just one of those things. They're happy that my forecasts are more consistent and they've been working really well. But again guys, it is a journey. It will take time to get to this level, and your mindset is the hardest thing to overcome anyway. Because I could have given you all these setups and your emotions would have given you a bunch of different results. So that is a constant struggle you'll be going through, but again, it's a part of your trading journey, and just love it and enjoy it. Anyway guys, love you all. Like, share, subscribe. If you haven't already, join the group down below, and I'll see you there. If you want to know anything, just drop me a DM on my Instagram. See you then guys.